This is a Lancia Flaminia switch, and its unique property is that it has a pair of electrical solenoids on it that disengage the unit once it's engaged in either left or right. And that is done by a switch that's down at the base of the steering column. It sends a ground signal to the A or B terminal right here to say, hey, release me from flashing. In any case, this had a number of problems on it. I can't even begin to say the number of problems that we had with it. First of all, the entire frame has a tendency to parallelogram and then keep this little terminal right here from returning to center. So this is a left and a right lamp pad here. Deeper inside is also a similar thing that allows the solenoids to activate, but only when it is engaged in left or right. This particular bolt right here that has the green on it is the main access point for the lever. And I'll fire it here in just a second. But it had a problem in that when you tighten this down, it would squeeze the lever, and the lever would not be able to traverse cleanly. So it has actually 3 different size sleeve bushings in it, so that it can be tightened down without pinching the moving axis arm. We also soldered all the through connections on it because sometimes when this plastic shrinks over years, these rivets become loose. Now they all have a positive electrical conductivity. The solenoids themselves are wound good, that's fine. This right here is our own brace added. Now, the critical measurement of everything is getting this ball detent, which is a mechanism that holds it, or it doesn't hold it, actually the latches hold it. It allows it, by adjusting these 3 screws right here, we can move the axis of this ball spring right here. It has a heavy spring in a pocket. What the ball pressed up into this hole wants to do is boing, center the arm. So let's just go through a couple of quick little tests here. We have it all electrically hooked up right now. We have power into the solenoids. We have power into flashing, but it's the same power because we're not actually going to feed it through flashing power. When the light bulbs go off, it's just as though it were flashing. Now these is a 9 amp load, a couple of quartz halogen lamps with both filaments firing. A lot more amperage than this would likely ever see, but it proves the putting of the contacts in the switch. So here we go. Right now we've got the thing in a left, and we activate from the steering column, and it turns off, and the little contact here centers perfectly. Again, in the opposite direction, because I have both left and right hooked to the same light bulbs, and it now turns off. So essentially that's all that it's supposed to do. They certainly did it in a very convoluted way. Now in addition, there's a push button on the end of this unit right here, which basically grounds this center 49 terminal. I'm not sure, it might be for high beam flash, I'm not sure. The dog chewed it. Look at those canine marks, I'll tell you. We could fix this, but because the canine went in so deep, I'll actually have to do some plastic melting to fix that, and I haven't authorized that yet. But in every other regard, this baby is now working. Just like a Lancia should. Now, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.